When the ringmaster calls, the wagons begin to crawl.
I don't know where you come from. I don't know where you come from. Loyalty is number one. Loyalty is number one. No matter how long you've been down. No matter how long you've been down. Psychopathic wicked clown. Psychopathic wicked clown.
What the fuck is up, y'all? I'm officially back from the Juggalo March on Washington, and it was an event. Let me tell you, it was an event. But that is not right now. Right now, we are simply going to talk about the travel to and from the event, and just my Juggaluck, as I like to call it. So we're heading down. We leave at about, 12:45 in the afternoon. We get through Des Moines, Iowa. We're in between Des Moines and Iowa City. And we're coasting down the road, no problem. I'm in the far back seat. It's got the 3 seats right next to each other. So I got as much room to spread out as possible on a bus that's not, fucking blocking off a whole fucking middle section of the bus. Being as big as I am. So, I'm laid out on the back seat. Fucking engines rumbling right beneath me. I'm fucking pouring sweat. My anxiety, I found that traveling solo gets me fucking right on the edge of panic attack. So, the whole trip down there, I was just fucking dripping in sweat. It probably doesn't help that I was sitting over the engine, making it, a little hotter. But even then, as I'll explain later, on the way back, I sweat the same no matter where I sat on the bus. My anxiety was just through the fucking roof. Not really knowing exactly what I was getting myself into, and traveling solo and all that, just got my fucking shit worked up, and but anyways, we get past Des Moines. We're in between Des Moines and Iowa City, and engines rumbling beneath me, and we're fucking going. We're doing the damn thing. And then suddenly the engine is not rumbling beneath me, and we coast off to the side of the highway. Fucking Greyhound broke down. So, luckily, the driver was a fucking ninja of many categories, and he grabs the toolbox, jumps off the bus, goes out back. I hear him open up the hatch. He starts fucking with shit. About 25 minutes later, he comes back, puts his toolbox away, jumps in his seat, right back up. And we were on. It didn't fuck up any of our times. It didn't make me miss any layovers. So it wasn't really that big of a setback, but it was a precursor to what would eventually happen. So we make it down there, make it through Friday night, make it through the march that night, wake up in the morning, make it back to get on my bus by a fucking ball hair, fucking a very, very minimal amount of time before my bus was supposed to leave. So I come running up, ticket out, like, it hasn't left yet, has it? And they're like, actually, your bus has been delayed. Awesome. I didn't miss my fucking bus. Now I'm sitting there going, yes, my my fucking positive Juggaluck has came to be. I didn't miss my fucking bus. This is awesome. Bus has been delayed 2 hours. Okay, that sucks. I have to sit here for a little bit, but so be it. At least I didn't miss my bus. Well, that delay ended up setting a ripple of effects that made my Sunday trip home about 5 hours longer than it should have been, and 10 times the amount of stress. I end up on the bus, in the buses in general, from Washington, D.C. to Cleveland, Ohio. And by the time I get to Cleveland, Ohio, I have been on the bus for 12 hours. You know, we had covered a state in like a quarter or something of that, you know, something like that. And I get to Cleveland, and turns out since my bus came so late, I missed my transfer. So they want to try to, their next bus to Chicago was sold out, and I had the option to wait and see if somebody no-shows and catch that bus, or they could push me through on one that was leaving right then and there, but I had to fucking bolt to the other end of the terminal to get there in time because they were like seconds away from pulling out. So I make the fucking run. I get to the bus, and their guy's like, you just barely fucking made it. Like, the door was starting to close as I came flying out of the door. But I get on the bus, and I make it to Chicago. I had to change tickets since I obviously missed my original transfer by 2 hours. So they forced me on the bus. The bus driver's super pissed because they were just pushing people onto this bus trying to get, you know, fill every seat because these all people missed their fucking connector to Chicago. Well, since I'm already running late, I missed my Chicago transfer. By the time I get there, the next bus doesn't leave until 11 a.m. Doesn't leave until 11 a.m. Or 11... Wait. Yeah, it doesn't leave until 11 a.m. Monday. So I get to Chicago, and I have to sit in Chicago for fucking, was it like 6 hours? And if you've never rode a Greyhound, or you've never been to Chicago's fucking Greyhound station, it is a fucking bum haven. You literally, to go where you have to go to smoke, is literally just right out onto the street. And bums literally just kick it there and wait for people to smoke so they can fucking ask you for shit. Now, I normally, you know, I don't mind fucking, you know, if it's like one, maybe two people, I don't have a problem giving out cigarettes. You know, I take a full carton with me anytime I go on any sort of trip, just because, A, I know I'm going to smoke a lot because my fucking, you know, head issues and shit, but I also expect to have to share some, you know, and that's fine with me. I'm cool with that. But then it comes to, like, people that are, you know, fucking, look, you know, I'm $40 short of a bus ticket, is there any way you can hook me up? And it's like, I can obviously tell that you're homeless. You're not trying to get a bus ticket. You're trying to get some fucking money to, you know, get on whatever your fucking vice is. And not judging you, I get it, cool, whatever, but I'm not giving you no fucking money. I'll give you a cigarette. If I got fucking spare food, I'll fucking drop some spare food. I gave out probably like half a pack of cigarettes in Chicago, just trying to smoke a fucking, you know, out of that whole 6 hours, I probably smoked like 3 or 4 cigarettes every time I went out there, 2 or 3 cigarettes at a time. And then a bum was trying to fucking, he wanted to trade me Pop-Tarts. He was like, I got 2 Pop-Tarts, and I know it's kind of expensive, but I'll give you these 2 Pop-Tart packages for fucking $20, and, you know, I've been stuck here for 30 days, and I've just been trying to raise the money to get out of here, and, you know, you could tell, obviously, a bum with some bullshit story. And I'm like, nah, man, I'm not giving you $20 because I don't want any fucking Pop-Tarts, because I can't eat anything, because I'm fucking at a level 10 fucking, right on the verge of fucking panic attack. Because I'm stuck, and when I'm literally out of control, like I have no control over a situation, that's when it all goes south for me. You know, like gathering and stuff like that, like, I try to keep a schedule on, you know, how I want it to go, how, you know, when we leave, stuff like that. And just being stuck sitting in a bus station had me fucking level 10. But so I finally get on the bus, and the rest of the way was, thank science, you know, no fucking problem. I got all of my layovers on the way back. I still continued to fucking sweat. I still had trouble I had trouble eating the whole time, just because when my anxiety gets going, my stomach just shuts down. So like, if I eat, I don't process it well, and I either puke it up, or you know, I fucking end up sick as shit. But I lived through the traveling, and it was, you know, just the traveling itself was so, you know, plus the walking, like, was physically and just mentally fucking draining. The first day there, walking from the bus station to the hotel, my right foot, I get a fucking massive blister, fucking massive. And Sister Hatchet tells me not to pop it, so I'm like, alright, you know, I won't pop it. I'll try not to pop it. To, you know, they said don't pop it, you know, it'll help it heal better. So I don't pop it. Go to the march, and I walk on a unpopped blister that slowly just spreads, so the whole area right underneath my toes, all the way across my foot, was just one giant fucking blister. And it fucking killed. I knew I should have fucking popped it. I normally just fucking, you know, hit him with a needle right on the very edge, get all that liquid out, leave the skin, you know, so there's no fucking raw skin just fucking sitting there, you know, exposed and stuck to the sock and all that shit. But it leads into the march, and that you will have to wait until next time.